Do you want to learn how to hold stag? Come with me to the wall. So I have actually already shared a chest to wall drill for stag, but for those who hate chest to wall, which is I'd say about 80% of the people learning to handstand, I'm going to show you a back to wall. Now we're going to be fairly far away from the wall, if that's even the right sentence. We're going to be quite far away from the wall, is what I meant to say. So we want to make sure we're stable and confident in our handstand, because I don't want anyone to fall down the wall, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're going to understand when I show you. So to measure out for this one, it's similar to the bent knee drill back to wall, but we're going to come further away so we can actually get into a decent stag. So I'm going to put my knees up to the wall. Now from here, I'm going to bring that block there, and actually this block works quite well. I think that's 2 or 3 inches. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to bring my palm in line with the back of that. That's going to give me that gap to help create the nice stag shape. So you've got to be confident in that kick up, as I said. So if you've got a block, it's going to help quite nicely. I'm going to bring my palms in line with the block. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick up to the wall, let my heels touch the wall. From here, I'm going to let the hips drop back a little bit. I'm going to push up. I'm going to try and think about that hollow body position, but keeping the hips back. Now the leg that I normally push from, I'm going to bring that knee down, point on the toe. That leg, I'm going to bend, point the toe, keeping the push. I'm going to try and float that back leg off. Now what a lot of people do is they start to bring the hips too far this way, which if you're super strong in your underbalance strength, you will be able to hold it for a few seconds or even longer. But to hold stag, easier, we want slightly hips over. Similar to tuck. The more the hips are over that little bit more, it's a little bit easier to hold, especially when you're starting out in your handstands. Obviously, the stronger you get, the more stacks you can put the hips, but for now, we can kind of cheat a little bit, I guess, by bringing the hips over. Okay, so I'm going to show you again what some people do wrong in this one. So hands around the block. So you might bring the hips back this way, hollow body. You bring your knee and then you point on that toe, and as you do, you start to open the shoulders too much and then come down. Okay, so what we want to do is hips over to the wall, so bum to the wall, push up, open the shoulders a little bit, hollow body, bring the knee down, push up, point that toe, squeeze, and then try and float. Once you get used to being in that position, you can then practice kicking straight into that stag. So I'll show you what I mean. This will, obviously filming it as well will help, but this will identify when you kick up this way what you're doing right or wrong, basically. So if we're kicking up, we're going to go kick up into stag, kick up, hips come back, and try and hold. Breathe in, push up, trying to keep those hips behind. The more you get used to that, then you can try it away from the wall. Hope that helps. Any questions, comment below.